Well, rise and grind, DMV. Happy soggy Sunday. If you are stepping out the door, depending on where you are, have that umbrella on hand. But the good news is dry time is in that forecast. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that and what to expect if you plan on heading to Baltimore this afternoon.
And ahead this morning on DC News Now, a string of CVS stores closing around DC. Some of those stores plagued by crime, but we'll let you know why crime is not the only reason for some of those closures. And people in Alexandria pushing back on that proposal to bring the Wizards and the Caps to Potomac Yard, why they chose to speak up at yesterday's town hall. And the Baltimore Ravens chasing a trip to the big game in Vegas, what you can expect from today's AFC Championship matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And we begin at 7 o'clock with this gorgeous look over the Washington Monument. I like that blue hint. It's like the camera didn't white balance. It's beautiful out there. The good news is it looks like in this particular moment, the rain has slowed down, but we do have flood warnings and watches to tell you about if you're going to be outside. But first, let's say thank you and good morning for starting your day with us here on Sunday. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to our top stories in just a bit. But first, let's head on over to weather forecaster Brittany Ward. And Brittany, we were driving in, hydroplaning. It was a little foggy, so visibility was an issue. It's not the best of Sundays, really, at least so far this morning.
Yeah, soggy Sunday. That's the best way you could describe today. Overall, there is a system that is out towards Kentucky and or I should say the center of the system is out towards Kentucky and Ohio. And that's why we're seeing some showers across portions of the DMV. So let's actually take a look at radar right now, showing you we are still seeing some moderate to heavy downpours there in Hagerstown. You're heading off to the Baltimore area, slowly starting to see that band of rain push out, but notice that dry slot working its way across the DC metro area at this hour. Now kind of showing you the wider view of radar. That center system right now is over Ohio and Kentucky, but we are starting to see that dry slot work its way into DC. This center will begin to work its way across portions of the district as we head through the later half of the morning into the early afternoons. That's when we could start to see a few more light showers begin to develop, and it looks like those winds finally pick up heading into your Monday. So keep it here. We'll break down this forecast for you in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Coming up on 7:02 on this Sunday, and DC police are investigating a shooting that left 2 young people hurt in Southeast. We're told it happened around 10 o'clock on I Street on Friday night. Police say an 18-year-old man and woman were found shot on the scene. They were both conscious and breathing. They were taken to the hospital. And still in D.C., police arrested a man for robbing 9 businesses in Northwest D.C. 30-year-old Roberto McBean was arrested and charged Friday. Police say in 6 of those robberies, he showed a handgun and demanded money from an employee. He also threatened people with a knife and a hammer. D.C. police say they caught him with the help of the FBI. While more CVS pharmacies are closing around the district, the announcement comes just days after CVS announced its Columbia Heights location will close next month. Now, that store has been plagued by shoplifting. And as our DC News Now's Dave Laval tells us, crime is not the case with this latest closing.
The CVS pharmacy and the Target behind me along George Avenue Northwest will close in March. The reason, according to CVS, is it's not needed.
It's kind of inconvenient.
Maris Koppelman is not happy the CVS pharmacy will close its doors for good March 14th.
This is the only little one within a 3 or 4 block radius, and it's nice to have a smaller one, but we'll find another one.
This is not the only CVS inside a Target store on the closure list. The pharmacy inside the Target on Wisconsin Avenue in Tenleytown will also go March 7th. There's a CVS store located right across the street. The other pharmacy to close is the one inside the Ivy City Target on New York Avenue Northeast, February 29th. Same story there, as there's a CVS nearby. The latest announced closings come just days after CVS said it will close its Columbia Heights location. The store has been the scene of rampant shoplifting.
That's sad that they about to close this place.
Crime is not the reason for the latest closings. CVS said it wants to reduce the number of stores and pharmacies that are close to each other. Mixed reaction from customers like Angel Crutchfield.
There's one down the street and there's one also this way, so they're like within 3 minutes apart.
I actually just moved, so there's one like right near my new house. But if I was still where I was at, I think I'd be a little frustrated because the next one I think is like a 25-minute walk. I don't have a car.
Affected employees will be offered similar positions at other locations around the area. In the Shepherd Park community, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thank you, Dave. 7:04 is your time. Yesterday was International Holocaust Remembrance Day. The United Nations designated the day on January 27th. That's according to the United States Holocaust Museum, as it marks the anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp. They say it's a time to remember the 6 million Jewish victims of the Holocaust and the millions of other victims of Nazi persecution. And President Biden speaking out about the Day of Remembrance, he said in part, quote, "We honor the courage of survivors and the heroism of people who bravely stood up to the Nazis, risking everything to save innocent lives." The president also went on to say, quote, "In the aftermath of Hamas's vicious massacre, we have witnessed an alarming rise of despicable anti-Semitism at home and abroad that has surfaced painful scars from millennia of hate. It is unacceptable." 7:05 is your time. In Northern Virginia. People living in Alexandria pushing back on the Potomac Yard Entertainment District proposal. That plan looks to create a new arena to potentially house the Washington Wizards and the Caps if they leave D.C. The city held a town hall yesterday to answer community questions. Protesters we spoke to say the area will not be able to handle the large number of people who would come in for games and events.
It's not a me or you thing. It's a more to let them know a conglomerate just can't come and just take over a neighborhood, just flashing money and bad ideas.
Trying to keep the community safe and secure from all this traffic that's gonna come in if they put the stadium in. And it's just too much. It's too much. We already got too much things going on.
Alexandria City Council's next town hall on the proposed entertainment district is set for February 1st. Officials will be asking for public's input on how they can better manage transportation and traffic at that location. And plans are moving forward in Virginia's General Assembly to legalize recreational marijuana. Right now, it's only legal to possess it, but not to sell it. A Senate subcommittee has approved a bill to allow 400 stores open at the beginning of 2025, but that bill still has several hurdles to clear before heading to Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. And he has said he's not interested in legalizing the sale of cannabis.
My bill is certainly want to provide a framework for Virginians and small business owners and those who want to start a business in the cannabis industry to have a real opportunity without being drowned out by the big guys.
Local communities can still vote on not having any shops if recreational marijuana is legalized. While the Bay Bridge is back open, this after westbound lanes were closed for about 6 hours yesterday. Police say they believe 23 cars were involved in a chain reaction crash before 20 more cars collided. 13 people were taken to the hospital, 2 with serious injuries. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Go Ravens is right. A flock of purple is swarming as Ravens fans gear up for that big AFC Championship game in Baltimore, with a trip to the big game in Vegas on the line for the team. They host the defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, this afternoon. Now, all eyes are on the quarterbacks. We're talking Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson has been healthy all year, putting up an MVP caliber season in Baltimore. Jackson promised to bring the Ravens back to the Super Bowl the night he was drafted, and now he has a chance to live up to that promise. They came up against the Kansas City Chiefs and superstar Patrick Mahomes. The Ravens' biggest advantage tonight, playing on home turf. They expect their fans to flock to the bank today. Now, despite being moderate favorites, the Ravens players know what they're up against today.
We can't overshadow what's in front of us right now. Not at all. You know, those guys are the former Super Bowl champions. And to be a champion, you got to go through a champion, you know, so that's pretty much the mindset.
I've said it before, but at this level, you can take for granted sometimes the fans and the atmosphere. You know, it's not the same around the league, and I feel like it's been turned up the whole season, but it's going to be even more loud, even more chaotic on Sunday, and I'm excited to see it.
Telling you that energy isn't just high in Baltimore, it's high across the DMV. The Ravens get the early slate today, prepared to leave it all on the line for a trip to Vegas. That game kicks off at 3 o'clock. All right, coming up on 7:09, it is a soggy start to our day, Brittany, and we have several warnings and watches in place. People need to be careful today.
Yeah, you know, we have flood warnings in effect for portions of Montgomery County as well as Washington, D.C., into Northern Virginia, and then we have an aerial flood watch across portions of the DMV that's set to expire later on this morning, and that's mainly because we're keeping our eye out on the creeks and the streams. They could start to get a little high as we head through the morning into the afternoon, which could cause for some minor flooding across portions of the DMV. But we're taking a look at radar right now, showing you the overall picture here in the nation's capital. We are starting to see some dry time, whereas though further off to the north and west towards Hagerstown as well as Cumberland, you guys are still dealing with some moderate to light showers across the area. This storm system, the center of it, will be moving through as we head through the afternoon, and we could start to see some more light drizzle before drier conditions will be seen as we head through your Monday. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast coming up.